Hey guys, this is Allison, and today I am going to be doing the 100 406 or the 100 406 review. So yeah, this episode, so many things happened. We had to wait so long. And this episode was so hyped, and I was trying to keep my expectations low. I mean, I didn't think we were going to get a kiss or anything with Bulwark, but I know a lot of people were hyping this up, and so I didn't look at any spoilers, any predictions. I didn't look at that just because I didn't want to be spoiled. So yeah, so this episode was just so crazy. Let's start off with the whole Raven Murphy scenario and Luna. So I feel for Raven. I feel like Raven's underneath a lot of stress. She puts a lot of pressure just on herself because she's I don't care if this kills me. I have to find a solution for Nightblood, and I have to save everybody, even if it kills me. And it's just sad. I want Raven to be okay and have a moment of happiness. And then her fighting Murphy and punching him. I feel a part of me feels that was part of Allie, but also part of Raven, because Raven has never really fully dealt with Murphy about her leg, and I feel that was kind of overdue. I don't condone violence at all, but I understand how it makes sense for that particular scene. I just feel literally Lindsay just kills it in this episode. Richard is amazing. They are the two top performers of this episode. They're just so talented, and they're so underused. It makes me frustrated. I'm happy that Lindsay's a regular, Richard's a regular now, but I feel they're the most I feel everyone on the cast is talented, but they're the most underrated actors on the show. And those scenes were just great. And how at the end when they find out thanks to Luna you can land in water, Raven just turns around and says, thanks, Murphy. And that was a huge moment for her, huge. Because, I mean, it's so hard to, accept, chronic injury, but to, be around someone who, did that to you, that requires, major forgiveness and grace. Oh, my gosh. I can even imagine being in that position. And then at the very end, what the heck? Why is she... I know why she's seizing, but then she's foaming at the mouth, and I'm dude, if they freaking kill her off, I'm gonna be livid. So livid. My three favorite characters are Bellamy, Raven, and Lincoln. Lincoln was murdered last season. I'm still not over his death. I love Bellamy, and I really hope they don't kill off Raven. Please, kill off anybody else besides Bellamy. Please, I don't want Raven to go. And I hope she survives. And, I know, from what Lindsay told us is that she films the finale. That's what she's told us at Unity Days. But still, you never know. Scripts change. You never know what's going to happen. So I hope she's okay and she is able to live to see another day, and she just deserves all the happiness in the world. But I feel that was just a well-acted scene. It was really, really great. Okay, so let's talk about the whole Octavia storyline. So here are my qualms with Octavia's storyline. So I feel initially Octavia was a very one-dimensional character, and then she became more complex, and I kind of liked her transitioning to a grounder just because you got to see growth, but I don't agree with her abusing POC characters like Indra and Lincoln and Bellamy. I don't agree with that. I feel there was so much potential with her character that you didn't need to do that. And that's just really frustrating. You don't need to abuse other people to be oh, look at me, I'm this, badass feminist warrior. No, you can still show that through other things. You don't need to, normalize violence, especially domestic violence with her brother. That's not okay. I refuse to watch that scene in 310. I will not. And I saw GIFs on Tumblr, and I was devastated, and I cannot bring myself to watch that scene. And so I just feel with her, now her leg's injured, and she's still injured from her massive stab wound, and I just feel like she gives Bellamy so much crap. And that's just ridiculous. Like, I understand, like, she's upset, like, Lincoln was dead, like, Lincoln got murdered, and she feels like Bellamy had a part in it. But I just feel like, how many times does Bellamy have to, like, atone and be tortured for his sins? I just feel like, for so much, like, they just give, like, Octavia, like, a free pass for everything that she's done. Like, murdering other people. I understand, like, other people have murdered people, too, but they have, like, come to terms with that, you know? Where she's just like, oh, the end of the world's ending. All we have is darkness. I'm just like, can you just shut up and be quiet? Like, and that's so sad because she had so much potential. Like, I'm not giving up on her character, but I just feel like it's not going to be realistic if they just give her this, like, wonderful redemption arc and, like, all's forgiven. Like, no, not everything's going to be forgiven. And I just feel like to basically say that the only reason why she didn't kill Bellamy is because that they're blood related is just so messed up on so many levels. Like, Bellamy sacrificed his life for you so many times, like, saved you and, like, gave his life for you. And I just feel like that's just out of... I feel like it's just blown out of proportion, like, and she needs just to come to terms and be like, come to terms with everything. Like, I understand she's grieving, but, like, it's still going to give you a right to treat people like crap, especially family. And so I just feel like the whole scene with her and Ilian and then Cain, and she basically goes to kill Ilian, and which I kind of saw that coming just because, like, Octavia is really dark right now, and I feel like it made sense to do that, and so I'm like, geez, like, this is not what Lincoln would have wanted you to do, like, and there's so many Pike parallels, like, she, you know, pushes Ilian past everyone, she has a gun, she holds the gun to his head, you know, Ilian's kneeling and is chained, like, that's exactly what happened to Lincoln, and I thought it was over when I saw the flashback, but I teared up. It was so emotional, you guys, because it's just, that scene is so disgusting. There's so many parallels to real life and to slavery that, like, I feel like we didn't need that flashback. I feel like Marie and Henry Ian Cusack are great actors. Like, they could have still acted that scene out and we would have got the message without showing the parallel. Like, I don't need to see that scene again. Like, please stop. Yeah, and so I feel like her breaking down is, like, her grieving and really, like, grieving, because her whole motto is, like, you know, you don't grieve until the battle is won. And for her, the battle is never going to be won. Like my friend Michaela said, it's never going to be won. Like, she's always going to feel, like, that pain and that loss from Lincoln. And so I feel like I'm glad she didn't kill Ilian. You know, I thought it was really sweet how Cain was trying to be there for her and, like, care for her. And I definitely see Cain as a father figure for her in Bellamy. And yeah, that was just really emotional. Another thing I have a problem with is, like, so she has a stab wound, right? And then now, like, her leg is messed up. And then she, like, runs away. I'm sorry, that's not realistic at all. Like, those exercises Nyla was doing with her in medbay, that's what I do in PT for my neuropathy. If you don't know what neuropathy is basically numbness and tangling of your legs. So I cannot feel my legs from the waist down. They are asleep, they're weak, and I can't feel them. And I just feel like it's utterly ridiculous that, like, she's doing those exercises in medbay, and then she, like, runs away. Like, that's so unrealistic. Like, I would do anything to, like, feel my legs again and, like, run. Like, I would do anything. And I feel like that's just, like, it's so realistic. And it's just disappointing. I feel like the 100 was better than that, and they didn't need to do that. Like, they could still show her, like, limping out of Arcadia, and I'd have been like, okay. But, like, her running away, I'm like, really? Like, come on, you're way better than that. So I know she's going to meet up with Ilian, and my prediction is that they're probably going to have sex and be super angsty, which is really stupid because you don't need to prop up Octavia's storyline and, you know, use a POC to do that. Like, I feel like Octavia should stand on her own. She shouldn't need other people to, like, prop up her storyline. So, yeah, that's just my big qualms with her. But I think Marie is killing this role. I love her as Octavia. I just don't like the way her storyline is going. Yeah. So then we go to the whole Rover Day Trip 3.0. I was so happy this was happening, you guys. Like, Rowan is, like, one of the biggest full arc shippers, y'all. Like, he totally ships them like 100%. Yeah, oh my gosh, for sure. And so I thought that was really funny how like they go and like Rowan's like, what could possibly go wrong? And I was like, oh, you snarky Rowan. And then like whenever they split up and Bellamy's like, you want me to ride with him? Like they obviously have some history, you know, and how they're just talking and like Bellamy's like, you're always in it for yourself. Like, you know, that's what you're in for. You're only there to save your people. And then Rowan's like, but you're really, you know, bringing that up. Like, you would do the same thing. And you would only care about Clarke, basically. And I was like, yay! I'm so happy we got that validation by Rowan. Just to cement that, like, Clarke is extremely important to Bellamy and that he would do anything for her. They sacrifice each other all the time for each other. And I feel like that's just such an awesome validation by Rowan. I thought that was such a cool action scene when they're fighting to get back control of the rover and how Rowan like jumps from rover to rover. Like that was sick and really awesome. And just how like Bellamy saw Clarke saw Bellamy, and so then Clarke, you know, takes her foot off the gas pedal, and then the grounder realizes that, so he, like, says, like, no, like, keep going, and then he holds a knife to her throat, and Bellamy immediately is like, do it now, like, you can see the desperation in his eyes, like, Clarke is everything to him, and that was a huge part of that scene. So I thought it was great and how they got there, and then we freaking get to their moment on the beach. The waves are rolling in, y'all, like, their theme song is playing in the background, like, oh, like, this is gonna be so great, you guys. It was a really good conversation. I feel for Bellamy, because, like, he's an abuse victim, and when you're an abuse victim, you constantly blame yourself for what other people have done to you. And how he's just so done and frustrated and distraught with his relationship with Octavia. Because that is his blood, that just like how Clarke's like, she's family. Like, she's your sister, she's blood. It makes sense to go back for her and to try to make amends with her. And then Bellamy freaking almost has like this freaking love confession, and he's like, okay, like I know time's running out, like, but if we don't see each other again. I was like, ah! And then Clarke was like, stops him, and she's like, no, like, we will see each other again. That was just so great, you guys. We freaking almost got a love confession, which I'm glad it didn't happen then, because I really want it to happen when they're, like, at peace and not saying goodbye to each other. I don't want that at all. I want it to be, like, when they're reunited, like, I love you. Dude, I'm gonna, like, flip out whenever that happens. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to have a season 5, you guys. This episode was just so great. I can't wait to see what happens. I really hope Raven is okay, and I hope that Bellamy, I don't know, because like Octavia's not there, so like what is he gonna do? Like, I feel like my prediction is he's gonna go out into the Black Room. We already saw that in the trailer. Go find Octavia and Ellie do their gross shenanigans. And then Clarke, you know, is talking and, you know, has some conversations with other people. I don't know. I just feel like this is so interesting, you guys. And yeah, so let me know your predictions down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day and a great night wherever you are in the world. And maybe meet again, guys. Bye.